Hey folks, welcome back to the Greg Luchak Show. I'm back here at the Duplex renovation. This is part two. It's about a week and a half since our last video. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update of what we've been doing, what's been accomplished, and I'll just turn the camera around. Okay, here we are, we're walking in. This is the living room area. They've had a painter come in and he's done a lot of the painting already. This is where the washer dryer used to be, and plaster's still dry. I did a coat of plaster yesterday. But we got rid of the original washer dryer hookups. And but whoever did the plastering in here originally did a very poor job. There was almost no plaster on the tape. So I've had to go and put a filler coat, and I'll put a finish coat later today. Doesn't really look like it's ready for another coat yet. But that's where the washer dryer was, and as you can see, it was raised about 18 inches, almost 2 feet. So the dryer was way up here. Like they had to use a little step stool just to reach the dryer. It was ridiculous. So we've gone over here now and we've reinstalled them over here in the kitchen area, and we created like a laundry section. We created like a built-in section. This cabinet here was a cabinet that was underneath the sink. That's a new kitchen countersink, new sink cabinet that we've installed. We got one to match. You can see there's there. So we had to uninstall the old one, unhook everything. So we hooked all that back up again, and we installed a brand new 24-inch dishwasher, because originally there was an 18-inch. So we shifted everything over. So everything matches, it looks good. And then this was the original sink cabinet. So that's the progress in the upstairs 3-bedroom unit, which is the main floor, which is rented for the first. So I'll be out of here in the next day or so. I just have some plastering to do and install some shelving here, and then the painter's going to come in and finish, and this unit's ready to go. So now I'll just take you downstairs and we'll show you what's going on down there. There we are, just walking down the stairs into the basement unit. First thing you'll notice is that we installed some dry core flooring. I'm just going to turn some lights on here. So that's been done. All the framing is done, so you'll notice that the electrical has been done. There's been a lot of rewiring. They had to rewire the whole house because they put a panel upstairs. So all the old pot lights have been removed. So there's a lot of patching to do. As I said before, we framed in a closet. But what I had to do, because the plumber, I didn't hire the plumber. The plumber was hired by the owner. And all he was willing to do was the drain lines, and yet he charged them full pop. I'm a little disgusted by whoever the plumber was. He refused to do the water lines, and he refused to come back to actually finish the job, even though he got paid. So I had to do all the water lines, so we've installed some PEX water lines here. Water line for the toilet. Come around, you can see where we fed it through the wall here. Some lights. So we've had to feed water lines up through the ceilings. That's, normally you have to hide everything, right? So I had to install the tub as well. So we installed this oversized tub, and that's the other thing. Nobody took a measuring tape out, so the original location for the tub was actually along this wall. And then in this corner was the toilet, and then there was going to be a washer dryer here. Well, if anybody took a measuring tape out, there would have had to build an end wall here, and it would have left about 8 to 10 inches in between that wall and the washer dryer. Just ridiculous. So I had to move everything. I relocated there. Originally there was a floor drain here, which was useless. I relocated that, turned it into, I had to remove the P-trap and turn it into a toilet line. And I installed a new drain here and I relocated the plumbing for the tub over here. And the other thing they didn't do is they didn't properly vent it. So I had to put in a vent, make sure that everything's properly vented so it works and drains properly. And then of course I did the water lines, and the launch. So now this is going to be a stackable washer dryer unit. And over here, this is underneath the stairs. I'm going to cheat and walk through the wall here. But off the kitchen, underneath the stairs, there's going to be a utility laundry sink installed in here, just for the use of the landlord or for the owner, or for using, doing cleanup and whatever. And then of course we have the kitchen. Modified the water lines there. The other thing that I noticed, that now that I'm remembering it here, this was the original sink location, but this pipe that you see here actually goes up, feeds the sink upstairs, but whoever plumbed the kitchen sink in the apartment upstairs, they didn't, they used to reuse the copper, but they used the wrong kind of fitting. They used a slip fitting that was only on by 1/4 inch. So when I redid the sinks upstairs, it actually come off. And then I always do a water test, and it leaked everywhere. Obviously I had to open the floor up and fix that. So now it's got a proper fitting on there. So that won't ever happen again. So anyway, we've had some plumbing issues. I've had to fix the plumbing that, a licensed plumber that came in here had, it's unfortunate. He didn't do a very good job, and he got overpaid. So I had to fix that. It was the things that I've been doing in the last week and a half, is fixing plumbing issues that weren't originally part of my scope of work, but it turned out to be part of my scope of work. The electricians are done. The electrical has passed its first ESA inspection, and we can now close up. We're going to insulate and drywall. So your next part 3 video will have the drywall updates, and we'll see where we are from there. So that's today's video. Hope you're enjoying this new series of a duplex renovation. This is the duplex renovation part 2. As always, I hope you're having a great day and you keep crushing it.